flushless, trimless, flush mount glass for your 70 to 81 Camaro. We're gonna do it on the Lethal Classic. Let's get to it. Today's Lethal Garage video is sponsored by none other than Lethal Garage. Check out our custom flex fuel kits using OEM parts direct from GM. Check it out at lethalgarage.com. What's going on, guys? Matt Everett here with Lethal Garage, and today we're going to be checking out the how do you pronounce that? Fesler USA trimless flush mount glass. Now, there's a lot of way to go about this, and I'm just going to show you my car right now. This is my 71 Camaro, built from the ground up. I put original stock glass in it originally when it was done, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So I rolled the dice after I've done all the body work, after I've done all the painting, after I put glass in and now taking it back out. That glass is gonna go to my son's 70, by the way. And we are going to cut the tabs off and roll those dice and see if this glass directly fits in. I'm told it should. I have read internet posts saying they've had problems. I know my car is square from when we built it and did everything. So if this is a true upgrade where you can just pull out your factory glass and drop this in, we are legit gonna find out. So let's get into the action here and show you what we have to do to prep this car to get the glass in. As mentioned earlier, this is my ground up restored 1971 Camaro. It has a few problems going on with it since the restoration, primarily the hood, because we didn't have the final hood when we finished the body and I sent it to paint anyways like a moron, so we're having to deal with that. But today we're going to be talking about the glass. And in this, as you can see, I'll pull this blanket back a little bit. As you can see, I actually had glass already mounted. The company, Grace Glass here in Escondido, well, not here, but I'm in Temecula, they're down in Escondido. They came out, pulled this out. They did a really good job, but now we're gonna have to sand and paint and get it all ready for the re-glue, which sucks, but it's what has to happen here. But I started taping off the edge because what we have to do is cut off all these little tabs. There's not a ton of them, 1, 2, 3. I only have 4 or 3 on the front side here, and then there's like 6 or 7 across the top, and then 3 more on that side in the front. And then over here, there's 1, 2, 3, and then about 6 or 7 up top, same across. And then you also have a couple tabs on this cover for the springs for the trunk. So this should come right off. We're gonna use, we're gonna get sketchy. We're gonna use a cutoff wheel. So I have a welder's blanket we're gonna throw down so the sparks don't go flying or ruin paint. We're gonna do our best to tape off the rest of the areas to make it look clean. But in this instance, again, we had a glass company come out, pull the glass out, and then now we're gonna cut the tabs off. May even try a dry fit. So I actually ordered this glass about 10 months ago. It took 5.5 months to get it. I don't know why it took so long, but it did. But it's been sitting here for just about even longer at this point because I've been putting this off. Actually, the glass came out probably a month ago now, and the car's going in for interior, and I want to make sure everything is done and ready to go so we can seal this car up and it can be good to go. Well, it was honestly pretty simple, and I should have recorded us cutting some of these out, but pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you what we did. Milwaukee Dremel with a Dremel setup, just cutting wheel. The hardest ones to cut tab wise were in this corner right here. So it's got a pretty sharp curve, so you can't use a big cutoff wheel for it, but we just got in there with this bad boy and it cut them off pretty quick to the point where they weren't even getting too hot. So if you have an interior and whatnot, I definitely recommend putting a welder's blanket down in your openings, but it was pretty easy to cut forward and get out of there. So our real next step is sanding down. I mean, I don't even think I really need to fully sand this down, but we'll sand it down in any areas. Like you can see, we cut a little bit into there. So we'll put some primer coverage on there just to prevent any future rust or anything like that. But I don't know, what do you guys think? You guys think it's gonna fit without issue? Is it going to be wonky? Will it actually sit flush? Back was really straightforward. We had one that got a little close up over there. It's so nerve-wracking working on a car that's already painted. So anybody who wants to take this on, yes, it's as nerve-wracking as it sounds and looks, but next step's getting that glass set in there and see how it looks. I'm debating doing dry fit. I'm just so nervous now picking up the glass and putting it in there. I don't have like one of those suction cup things. Maybe I'll look online to see what I can find, but I'm just gonna jump ahead to us doing that in this video. Okay, well, we got the tabs cut out. I was planning on hopefully getting the glass installed here, but what ended up happening is the car went up for the interior guys. We left the glass out. He actually had a glass guy, actually 3 different glass guys come out and check it out. And one of them felt confident enough to get it in, no problem, make it how we wanted it. And you know, it wasn't complicated. They walked me through a few things, but I think you guys just want to see how does this glass look on the car that wasn't body worked to the glass. Now, I think in most cases, you're gonna wanna body work your car to this glass. And my front panel pieces actually look great. It's the rear glass that has a few gaps here and there that could have been addressed during body work, but we pulled the trigger on doing the flush fit glass well after the fact. So let's just check it out. Let's show you how it looks. So first and foremost, I apologize. I'm half in the sun, half not in the sun, but the glass is not as green as I thought it was gonna be. So everybody's like, oh, the glass is really green. And I was kind of like bummed about that because I'm not a big fan of the green glass, but it's not that green. It's really not green at all. Like it just kind of blends in. But as far as the fitment goes, you can kind of see down here in this bottom corner, I mean, I could probably fit a couple, maybe 2-3 pieces of hair between the glass and the bodywork. But as you come up, you can see we have a nice gap, nice perfect seam, and we got it as flush as we could with the body. The thing is that, you know, we body worked the car, not to the glass, so the glass ended up sitting down just a hair lower than the body itself, which I was okay with. I think it looks good. I don't even know if you can tell in the video, but you can see the fitment is super clean. Looks really nice all the way down and just sits really nice. And you know, you can't complain. It's funny because when I walked up to the glass, I honestly thought they broke the glass right here. It looks like it's broken. And I was like, oh man, they're gonna have to pull the glass out and it's broken. Nope. It's actually just glue on the bottom of the glass. This is the antenna plug that is set up. There's the antenna wire that goes up to the top here. I should have told them to leave it off because I'm not running a radio, but I didn't, and it's there. So it is what it is. The downside is the little metal piece that is on this piece of glass isn't the right one for the mirror that I got. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. So I still don't have a rear view mirror, but let's go check out the rear. And this is where you may run into problems. So the fit along the top is actually really clean. So you can see I'll try to sit still so you can kind of see. We got it pretty dang flush in the rear. I almost think that the glass might be a hair higher in spots because the glue may have expanded, but if you look down at how the glass comes down in the corner, it does dip a little sharper than the actual body itself, which at the end of the day, you know, when you stand back and you look at it, it's not a big deal. But if you're like a perfectionist and want it perfect, you can kind of see how our body work kind of comes out. And this is really the problem side, my passenger side. So we dry fit the glass in, or they dry fit the glass in, and kind of had to pick which way it was going to go. And the reason we couldn't really adjust this gap here is because the glass was hitting right down here. So they had to get it just off the body enough to be able to get this to sit in there. So you can see there is a decent gap right here. It's pretty wide. I think I'm gonna have a glass guy come out and fill that underneath with urethane, just to really seal that in there, and probably put a nice urethane bead right along this back edge. So this back panel, closeout panel for the spring or the torsion springs, we can put a nice black bead along that edge. But over here again, it's as close as it can be to the body, again stopping it from going side to side. But this side here actually has a nice consistent gap all the way around. But again, this glass does dip down a little harsher than the actual body itself. So I don't mind that look. I don't care. I think it looks fine. But at the end of the day, it's your choice on if that's something that's going to bug you or not, or if you need to bodywork your vehicle to the glass. My buddy has a 68 Camaro that they bodyworked to the glass, and his will probably look perfect. We'll show you that in a future video. But overall, I'm really happy with the way the glass looks. It sits really nice on the car. It gives it a really unique look in regards to not having the trim, and it's just super clean. Now I know a lot of you are like, where's your hood? The hood's actually right up there. We got some work to do to get that to work. That's future. I'm just future. And I'm really sad. My side mirror, someone walked by and hit it and basically ripped it right out of the epoxy mount. Gotta fix that now. Really disappointed in that, but I guess my epoxy job was bad. And that, if you haven't seen the video of the side mirrors, these are the pure carbon fiber side mirrors from Anvil Auto. They look really good. Someone just walked right up and just from this side, and like their arm just went, and I just, oh, it's bad. Just all bad. But there you go. There's the glass. I guess I can go sit in the car. You can see outside the glass. Hopefully it's not too dark. I mean, it's middle of the day right now. There you go. View outside of the glass. I like how they did the slightly tinted band. I'm a fan of that. And Fesler. I always say the company name wrong. I apologize, Fesler, but Fesler. Is it Pinkel? Pilkington Classics automotive glass. I don't know how it all pans out, who makes it, how it's done, but Fesler is the company who made this glass. And then in regards to that, I ordered it through Classic Industries. So just went to classicindustries.com. I think there's quite a few resellers online where you can get this glass from, but Classic had it in stock, ordered it, and got the glass. So, but it looks really nice from inside the vehicle. The black bands along where it mounts up aren't too obtrusive. You can kind of see up in here. See those black bands on the edge. The one thing that I noticed, because I did have the stock glass on in here, is they get that upper edge. See how clean this edge is? It's not wavy. It's really clean and perfect. So the stock glass, you'll see it kind of has imperfections in the glass because they don't care, because they know you have a trim piece that's going to sit right on top of that. So the view out the back again, nice clear view. Just, it looks clean. It's a really nice product. Pretty nice. And you can see the antenna does come up the front window. That could be something someone's annoyed by, but you can see there's two little black lines. I don't even notice them. Like, I have to look for them. They almost look like you had a girl with black hair coming right up, and then they fan out on the top edge right here. So unfortunately, I don't need an antenna, but I got to figure out how to get power all the time to this. I need to get a resistor and a 12 volt power to drop it down to the iPad level, but my iPad's dead right now. But Soundman makes this iPad holder, and it literally fits right into this gap right here. I think it looks really good. Looks clean. I wish it had power. I could show it to you, but it panned out. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this flush fit gas? I know it's not for everybody. Not everybody likes the flush fit, no trim. Some guys really like trim. I'm totally cool with that. You know, that's you. You do you. I had my stock glass on. I could have put the trim in and I didn't, because I didn't want that same look. It looks like every other Camaro out there. I think doing this flush fit style makes it a little more modern, a little more clean. It's kind of like the 6th gen Camaro. There's no trim or anything like that along like the roof lines or the windows. I mean, they have the rubber, but that's about it. And I think it looks clean, and I think this matches now. So that's me. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for checking out this video. As always, hit that subscribe button, follow for more content. I got a lot more stuff coming. Now that the car's up and running, there's a lot of things we got to get into, growing pains and blown transmission lines, and it's been an interesting like 3 weeks. So this weekend I actually made a quiet weekend. It's Sunday today, and I just was like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna pull the car out, finish this video, and that's it. So hope you guys are enjoying. I think it's winter time now, hitting back east and across the country. As you know, we're here in Southern California, so there's not really ever a winter. So we still have lots of content coming. It's not going to slow down, and actually even more so content coming because it's not hot. Summer was actually really short here this year. It was hot, but it was short. So I'm excited to get in the garage and tinker on the cars and just really finish this one up, and actually get my son's car finished up too. So I'm rambling. So either or, thanks for subscribing, thanks for following. Till next time, guys, see you on the road.